I thought I knew who I was. Until he said, "She's my daughter." And suddenly, everything inside me shifted. 006. Now here I am, staring at a night sky that feels too vast to hold the mess I've made, trying to understand how I ended up here. 014. The first fracture came with the way she looked at me that night. A look that should never belong to your boyfriend's daughter. 020. It started 3 months ago, when Peter invited me to dinner to meet her. He wanted the night to be special, said her opinion mattered. 028. I walked in, and everything froze. Julia. 031. Beautiful, magnetic, and far too dangerous for someone like me. 035. She had this quiet intensity that pulled me in before I even knew I was falling. 039. Peter, excited and clueless, insisted on cooking himself, probably so Julia and I could bond. 045. We talked easily. Too easily. She asked about my solo travels, and I asked about her writing. She listened like she wanted to understand me. 052. And I wanted to understand her more than I had any right to. 055. The problem began when our words stopped being casual, when glances started to linger just a beat too long. 1 o'clock. I told Peter to invite her over again. He was thrilled. "You two getting close means everything to me," he said. And God help me, I was getting close. 109. That second dinner. I couldn't focus. Every time our eyes met, it felt like a silent confession. 115. While Peter fussed in the kitchen, I asked Julia to step out onto the balcony. I needed air. And I needed her. 122. Do you feel it too? I asked, barely able to get the words out. 126. She looked at me. Feel what? She whispered. 129. This, whatever's between us. I didn't know if it was madness or something real. 134. She didn't answer. And I didn't push. But the silence between us said more than either of us could admit. 140. After that night, it only got worse. We kept bumping into each other, at the cafe near her college, at the bookstore, the salon. Coincidence? Maybe. But it felt like something, or someone, was pushing us together. 152. Peter remained blissfully unaware. He told me he was happier than he'd been in years. He was even thinking about taking the next step. 158. And me? I was drowning in a quiet chaos of guilt and longing. 203. Another dinner. Peter said it would be the most special one yet. He had a surprise planned. 209. But I had my own plan. I texted Julia. I need to see you before dinner. 213. She arrived early. I was already on the balcony, heart racing. She joined me, and I looked at her, steady on the outside, unraveling within. 220. I can't do this anymore, I said. I'm in love with you. 225. She barely had time to respond before I kissed her. 227. It was tender, fierce, terrifying. Like the world had stopped spinning. 232. And in that kiss, I knew it. My relationship with Peter was over. Whatever came next would begin with this moment. 238. Maybe it's the end of something. Or maybe, it's the beginning of everything I didn't know I was brave enough to want. 244. But one thing's certain. After surrendering to that kiss, nothing will ever be the same.